welcome back to your mat. My name is Anna, the Holy Banana, the Holy Yogi, and today I am bringing you the first video of our Let's Workshop It series. So I find as an instructor when I'm teaching class, I don't have enough time each pose to go around and give necessarily all the corrections I would like to. So I've had the idea of bringing to you a Let's Workshop It series so that we can workshop it and improve our postures so that you can then bring that to your practice, whether in class or practicing in this membership with the videos online. So today we're going to start with one of the most basic poses in yoga, and that would be our down dog. So all we're going to do is walk through this. I want you to give this a try as I talk you through it and adjust as I give some adjustments. It's a little different because I'm not there to give you the feedback of what you're doing, but try to follow along in the video and you should be able to get to a really nice down dog. So we're going to start in a table here. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Now there's lots of entries to down dog, but today we're going to talk about the entry from table. I find it's one of the easiest to set up for down dog in its integrity. So we're going to tuck those toes. Actually, first, before we even get there, let's talk about the importance of our hands stacked underneath the shoulders. So when our joints are stacked right on top of joints, there's very little tension put on those joints. If my joint is out here, I have a lot more tension on the joints on this side, all over. It's kind of like holding a plank. It's much easier to do if our hands are stacked versus forward. Now in down dog, we have that forward position, but to start, our feet are helping to support that. To start, we want to make sure that those hands are stacked underneath the shoulders when we enter from a table. So what we're going to do to make sure that happens is I want you to pivot those middle fingers to tap underneath the heart center. Those palms come down underneath the shoulders and then knees stack under hips. So there's your table, nice and stacked. Now what you're going to do is turn these hands on the palms so that the pointer finger comes parallel to the left and right edge of the mat. That's your shoulder width distance. This is unique to you. Everyone's shoulders are different widths, and this allows you to really measure it out. So let's spread those fingers wide, grip down into the fingertips, tent those knuckles. That's your solid stance for your arms in your down dog. We start in our table. Then from there, we're going to tuck the toes. And I want you to glide without moving the hands. Glide these hips back and forward. Back and forward. This is the feel of our down dog. We want our weight back in our feet, not over our hands. Okay? So push those hips back. And then from here, keep the hips back, like your knees can't go forward. And we're going to lift these hips up towards the ceiling. So notice my knees, I didn't come forward at all to lift up and back. I stayed here and went straight up, pushing my palms in. I created that lift, pushing straight up and back into my down dog. Okay, so this is our down dog. Let's notice a couple things. The palms stay rooted right where they are. Feet are about hip width distance. If we come inward, we might feel a little bit toddly with the feet right on top of each other. If we go too wide, this is something that we might practice once in a while, but typically the authentic down dog is feet hip width distance. So find that stance, nice and comfy. Now if your down dog looks a little bit like this, what happened? Your shoulders went forward. Push your shoulders back, like you can't get any more weight into the feet. Now sometimes legs lock out, and even when we're pushed back, our down dogs look like this. Okay, a couple pointers here. Relax those heels, bend those knees. Notice when I bend my knees, my back goes from rounded to, oh, I can flatten out that low spine, and tummy can melt down towards my thighs. Now you don't want to go into a back bend like this in your down dog. You want a nice straight line from hips to hands. And this is your down dog. So I want you to play with it. Maybe come down to table, realign, tuck toes, push the hips back, stay back and lift up into your down dog. Eventually your heels will drop all the way down to the floor. It's okay and natural for them to stay lifted for a little bit though. Okay, so this is our dog. Let's take 3 breaths in stillness, holding our down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Amazing. Last thing I'll mention in our down dog, notice my tailbone can very easily tuck down and my tummy can round. I want to push that tailbone back and up, lengthening that spine, that low spine that often wants to tuck. I want to lengthen all the way up, as if a car can go shooting off of my tailbone, off of a perfect ramp. There's no slope. Okay, so that is our down dog. I hope that helps. Build your down dog when you come into a down dog in practice. Now try to think about those things. Tilt that tailbone back and up. Try not to back bend in your down dog. Stay nice and sturdy, shoulder width distance with the hands. These things will help you keep the integrity of the pose. I hope that helped, and I'll see you next time on your mat. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.